for joining. So the first thing I'm going to say, just so I could get it out of the way, is before we start, just make sure you get yourself a tissue. Before we actually begin the practice, I'd recommend there's no really graceful way of saying it, but blow your nose or, do that a few times just to make sure the nose is clear, because we're going to be doing some pranayama techniques linked with our exercises. That's going to be non-stop nasal breathing. We might get into a little bit of Kapalabhati, and we'll do that to start. So today's practice, we're just going to go through some of my favorite personal techniques. So as I've mentioned in the past, yoga for the nervous system is focused on repetitive movement, and it's all timed. It could be anywhere from a minimum of a minute right up until 20 minutes. Because this is 30 minutes, I'm not going to do any kind of 20-minute long technique. That might be something a little bit further down the road. Just a heads up for those of you that are tuning live, at any point, if there's tech glitches on your end, just press pause, maybe grab yourself a quick water, and then come back, press play, and then hopefully it will load up and it will be good. Okay, so this type of style is focused on really integrating what the body takes in from the environment and then brings up toward the brain. So again, coming toward the nervous system. In particular, we're going to be focusing on the spinal column today. So we're going to be doing a couple of twists. If anybody has anything like vertigo, of course you could maintain the head in one still point and then just move the remainder of the body. Trust your instinct on if you need to speed it up or if you need to slow something down. So those are some of the first basic options that you could do. Cut your range and slow down your speed of pace. So we're going to be starting in either a comfortable seated, or you could be in a kneeling position. Again, you could either take a block underneath the hips if you're rounding, or you could take a block underneath the knees if they're quite high, just so you're a little bit more comfortable and you're not pulling on any kind of muscles. For those that did cross your legs, just switch the cross so it feels a little bit funky, so you could work on the opposing hip flexor. So we're going to start with Kapalabhati. We'll do about 3 rounds, roughly around 30 seconds during each breathing technique. And I'm just going to start our timer. So just take a moment here. Close the eyes and just start to connect by taking some nice, slow, deep belly breaths in through the nose and out of the nose, out of the mouth if you're feeling a little bit heated, agitated, any kind of negative emotion effect. Start by licking the lips, swallow any excess saliva in the mouth, and then rest the tongue at the tip of the palate. Slightly part your teeth and your lips. Take 1 to 2 shoulder rolls, setting the shoulders down and back. Front chest is open and broad. Crown of the head is reaching up toward the ceiling, and your sit bones are grounding down on your mat. Let's take about 5 more mindful breaths before we begin. Three more slow yogic breaths. Just a reminder to the viewers, to those practicing, that Kapalabhati is that forced exhalation out of the nose. The only thing moving is your belly as it pulses in and back toward the spine, really expelling as much air out of the body as possible. I'll do the clapping. Every clap you exhale on, so you could just keep those palms grounded on the knees. First round, 30 seconds, nice slow tempo. Taking an inhale to begin. Exhale on the clap. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Exhale all of the breath out of the body. Now keep exhaling, keep exhaling. Hold your breath, hold nothingness, drop the chin to the chest. Engagement through Mula Bandha, so squeezing your sexual organs, anus, lower belly in and up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Head up, inhale. Out of the mouth. 3 mindful breaths. Keep the eyes closed. Just notice if there's any difference. Notice how the body is reacting, maybe what's happening within the mind as well. Second set, we're going to maintain that tempo. If you need to swallow the saliva in the mouth, soften the muscles in the face, taking an inhale to begin. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good. Exhale everything on that 1. Keep exhaling. Squeeze it out of the belly, out of the lungs, everything from those internal organs, and then hold nothingness. Drop the chin to the chest. Engagement through Mula Bandha for 5. Keep those shoulders down and back. Chest lifted. 4, 3, 2. Head up. Inhale. Out of the mouth. 3 mindful breaths. Try not to move. Naturally, your body should be starting to get a little bit more energetic, maybe a little bit more reactive. You might be feeling some pulses, some shakes. Try to keep your mind focused just on your breath. We're getting ready for a final set, using Kapalabhati to tune in before we come into our true practice. Taking an inhale to begin your final third set. Almost there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good. Exhale everything on that 1. Squeeze it out again. Hold in nothingness. Drop the chin to the chest. Engagement through Mula Bandha. Shoulders down and back. Chest is broad. Try to find a Jalandhar Bandha. So get that chin lock. Hold for 5, 4, 3. Keep holding. 2. Good. 1. Taking your head up. Inhale. Out of the mouth, 3 mindful breaths. Slowly begin to blink the eyes open. When you're ready, just start to extend those legs forward. Plant the palms behind you. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. If you need to, you could get a nice quick stretch by extending both legs forward, widening them out a little bit so you create a V in between the legs. Walk the flesh and the muscle back of the glutes. And then just go for a quick stretch here, reaching the body forward. You can pulse if your body is quite sensitive today, or you can hold, trying to keep an erect spine, nice and long, reaching that heart center forward, and try to keep a light flex through your feet. So we're preparing for our true exercise today. This is going to be roughly 4 to 5 minutes long. And during this breathing technique and movement pattern, you could keep a focus point, drishti, or you could keep the eyes closed. The next stage, once you close the eyes, is trying to take your eyeballs to look up toward the center point of the forehead, so you feel almost like they're crisscrossing. Option 1, index middle finger wrapping around the big toe if your flexibility is there. Option 2, palms are on the shins or palms are on the thighs. Your idea is every inhale you come up to a center point. Every exhale you favor one leg and you pulse down. And then you alternate from side to side. So it looks and sounds like this. You're moving your spine as a unit, okay? You're not doing anything funky and you're not undulating. So when you're ready, find your focus point, get your stages 1, 2, or 3 set. Again, swallow the saliva in the mouth. 5-minute timer starts in 3, 2, taking an inhale, doesn't matter what leg, exhale to begin. Keep going. Again, those main options is to cut your range of motion in half or to slow down your pace, and that will automatically change the speed of the breath. So find something that works for you and just continue to move through this pattern and breathe forcefully out of the nose. Try your best not to stop. Keep the breath and the movement going. Naturally, you might need to lick the lips again, swallow the excess saliva in the mouth. But when that happens, try not to stop moving. When you're ready to breathe again, just link your breath to the movement pattern. Every time you lean toward a leg, you exhale. Every time you come up to center for a quick exchange, you inhale. You are now halfway through your 5-minute mark. Notice what you just thought of. If there is a level of judgment or criticism, labeling, let that go and focus again on the breath and the technique. "90 seconds to go." Focus on that breath. You'll start to feel and taste metallic in your mouth, and that is fantastic. That's what we want. Just keep the movement and the breath going. Try to maintain the shoulders down and back. Keep the spine upright, maintaining that postural alignment. Slight flex through your feet. "1 minute to go." nausea and that level of dizziness is normal. Keep breathing forcefully in and out of the nose. 30 seconds. Stay with me, you've got 15 seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, open the eyes, look at the screen. 2, 1, come up to center, inhale, shoulders up, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Do not move, exhale out of the nose. Close the eyes, hold your posture and just breathe. Your body's going to go through a series of shifts. You're going to twitch, you're going to pulse, you might undulate. The mind might freak out a little bit because you don't know what's going on, but just try to hold your ground. Be brave showing up because there's a lot going on. We're really tapping into that emotional part of the brain. So this is a cleansing practice when we tap into yoga for the nervous system. 5 more neutral, observable breaths without reacting to the sensations that you feel coming up. Stay with me, soften, and breathe. Start to open the eyes. Take one ear to one shoulder. You're still breathing, right? Take the other ear to the other shoulder. Once again, you're helping to integrate and calibrate the information that you take in from your senses during this practice. So then cognitively, you can organize it and you can categorize certain things that you take in from your environment. You're becoming essentially more efficient in all different domains. Good, bring your head up to center, a few shoulder rolls forward and up, inhale. Out of the mouth, back and down. With helping hands, bending at the knees, plant the feet, plant the palms behind you, windshield the knees from side to side. Slowly, go for a full range here. So every time that knee comes down toward the mat, that corresponding hip glute lifts up. And you get even a slight twist and a pressure point right at the back of the scapula. When you feel good, cross the legs. You're staying the same. I'm just going to twist myself here. And again, the way you've crossed the feet, the legs, switch the grip. And you could either keep a nice tight grip with the legs close toward the groin, or you could create a little bit of a release. If you create a little bit of a release and it's a little bit more loose, walk the flesh and the muscle back of your glutes. This one's only going to be 3 minutes just because it's a little bit more intense. So I recommend listening to your body and your instinct if you need to slow it down or cut your range of motion. If you have any kind of brain or spine injury, you could keep your head centered, or again, listen to your body and then just continue to twist from the shoulders down. Okay, so the only thing moving here is the spine. You're twisting along the spine. Really good for golfers, by the way. So what we're going to do, 3 minutes, you're going to inhale the arms up, take the palms to prayer on an exhale. Let's do that about 2 more times to just reground. Close the eyes if you'd like. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms to prayer. 1 more. Open the eyes, inhale the arms up. You're going to place the palms on your shoulders, bend at the elbows, fingers facing forward, thumbs facing back, shoulder scapula down and back so your chest is open and broad. Rib cage is slightly lifted, but your shoulders are back and your core is engaged, meaning that you're slightly tucking the tailbone. So again, you're finding an erect spine. You're going to be twisting with your breath along the spine. So what it's going to look like is every time you come to center, you inhale. Every time you twist to the left, you exhale. Now listen up. Inhale, you're going to twist to the right. That's going to be your start point. Exhale, you twist to the left. It's going to support the heart muscles. Okay, so when you're ready, in 3, 2, inhale to right, exhale to left. You're here for 3 minutes. You can close the eyes if you choose, and you can use the arms as a little bit of weight and support to aid the twist to go deeper. Already 1 minute in, keep the movement going, keep the breath cycling. Once again, you're twisting to the right on an inhalation. You twist to the left on a forceful exhalation. You've got 1 minute to go. If you feel any kind of intense sensation, or if you're feeling a little bit out of control, slow it down. Again, cut your range of motion and slow down the speed, which will automatically slow down your breath. Almost there. Keep your heart upright, shoulders down and back, elbows the same height as the shoulders. You've got 30 seconds. 15 seconds to go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, open the eyes. 2, come back to center, inhale, eyes open, reach the arms up. Exhale, keep the arms reaching up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, cactus out the elbows, hold it there. Close the eyes and breathe. Only because we have time for one more exercise, you are going to hold your arms as they are. We have 3 minutes for our final technique. Open the eyes. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forcefully take the elbows down to the sides of the body, thumbs into the palms, fingers over top. Inhale, spread the fingers open, arms reach up. Exhale, repeat the pattern. In through the nose, out of the nose. Speed it up. Once you have the pattern, close the eyes and continue. Keep the movement going. At any point you need to swallow, and then come back with the movement and with the breath. 2 minutes to go. The numbness that you might be feeling in the fingertips is a common reaction to the technique. So again, try your very best to maintain the technique and the movement and really force the side triceps to the side of the body so you're expelling any kind of toxic buildup within the internal organs, most importantly within the lungs. We've got 1 minute to go. Force the exhalation. Keep your posture. 30 seconds. Any kind of emotional buildup, negative effect, you're going to start the final 15 seconds with an SH out of the mouth. Final 3, 2, open the eyes, inhale the arms up, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Elbows to cactus, exhale, hold it there. Hold and breathe, fingers are open wide. The energy, the chi, will be pulsing through your body like crazy right now for those of you that are actually doing the practice versus watching. Hold it and just notice what's happening. If anybody is aware of energy points, the chakras along the spine, we're working with the excess and the deficient energy centers, and you're finding balance. You're almost there, okay? Keep those elbows up. There you go. Lifting up through the heart. 2 more breaths. Stay stoic. Palms to the knees, keep your spine erect, keep the eyes closed. Now, because we only have a few minutes, if you're okay here, you can stay in a seated meditation, but it's best after practices like this to lie down on the back so your body can calibrate the work that you've just done. So you're coming into a Savasana very slowly, very mindfully. Lower down, your palms can either be in classic, 5-pointed star away from the body. If you're feeling emotional, and that could be any emotion that's coming up, take your left palm on your heart, right palm on the belly, but still keep the elbows relaxed onto the mat. Close the eyes, and you guys are staying in that Shavasana for just a couple of minutes. Try not to react to what you feel coming up. Instead, just become aware of it. Become an observer, so kind of like an out-of-body experience to both body and mind. Your mantra is, I am not the body, and I am not the mind. I'll bring you back in a couple of minutes. Slowly start to bring awareness back into your body. Don't rush. Only if you're ready, wiggling the fingertips and the toes first. Circling out the ankles and the wrists. Just take a few more breaths here. This style of practice, if you've never done it before, can be very intense. So treat your body kind for the rest of the day and notice what comes up. It's one of the most effective practices if you're looking for results in both domains of physical and mental. You can either hug the knees into the chest for those lying down on the back, or a nice full body stretch before slowly rolling to the right in a fetal pose. Taking a couple of breaths there. The residue will stay with you, by the way, for a little bit. So for a few hours, you might continue to feel that pulsing and that shaking in your body. Things are just coming into alignment. You're welcome to stay where you are to close your practice today, or with helping hands, bring yourself up to a comfortable seated, taking your thumbs representing the ego, surrendering it toward the heart, closing the eyes, soften your belly, and lengthen through your spine. Closing our practice today with the gratitude toward the body, being able to see, smell, feel, move. The gratitude of being alive. Three nice full body yogic breaths, nice and slow, in through the nose. And bowing down your head, namaste. Again, listen to your body, take your time on the mat. Thanks for joining, I'll see you guys next week.